I was recently told about a local abandoned mine that was rumored to be haunted just outside of my hometown, Las Vegas. So I decided to go check it out for myself. It took a while of searching, but after a few hours, I managed to find the entrance. The entrance was small and for the most part caved in, so I was debating on whether to enter it or not. I decided to squeeze myself through the small entrance and make my way in. At first, this place looked just like many others I had explored before. I saw a lot of silver car tracks and old wooden beam supports. As I slowly and cautiously made my way in deeper, I came to a pass where there were 3 different ways to go. I decided to take the left one and continue on exploring. As I walked through the already dark tunnel, I began to hear what sounded like a slow water trickle leak that seemed to echo throughout the empty corridors and passageways of this empty, dark, and very creepy looking labyrinth. I must admit, my nerves began to take a hold of me as I made my way through them. I thought I heard noises that I could not explain. At first, they began slow. I felt and heard small rocks being thrown in my direction, but I could not hear nor see anyone ahead of me, even though I was using a strong flashlight to light my path. I decided to announce myself just in case anyone was inside trying to warn me to stay away. I waited a few seconds, and again called out to see if anyone would answer. Other than the continued echo of the water dripping, there was silence. Now, I cannot say for certain, but I thought I heard a light laugh of either children or an old lady. Thinking that my mind was playing tricks on me, I decided to continue on my quest. As I made my way through a few more corridors and forks in the mine, I began to see what I thought were shadows running through them in silence. I could not tell whether they were people or just the light of my flashlight playing tricks on me. Beginning to get a bit nervous, I decided that I had enough of it and wanted to make my way back outside. As I began to walk back a bit disoriented and somewhat scared, I heard what I thought was a voice whisper in my ear telling me, "Get out." Naturally, this scared me. I began to walk as fast as I could, trying to remember which ways I had taken on my way in. The darkness was extremely disorienting and my nerves began to take a hold of me. My flashlight began to die and fade away as I tried to find the light to the entrance that would guide me back to where I came from. As I began to rush through the empty corridors, the roof of the mine began to get lower and tighter. I immediately realized that instead of walking out, I had actually took the wrong turn and was going deeper into the mine. Somehow I ended up in a large opening where I saw what looked like writings and drawings on the walls. Some of them had what looked like hell and people being burnt. Another looked like the face of the devil or a demon looking thing looking down at me. This naturally freaked me out, and at this point I just wanted to get out immediately. Trying to regain my composure, I stood in silence and closed my eyes so I couldn't see the symbols in the walls. I tried to focus on heading back outside, but as I sat there listening to the echo of the water that continued to drip all around me, I heard what sounded like footsteps and an evil laugh directly behind me. I screamed and I tried to run out of there. By this time my flashlight had completely failed me and my heart was racing and beating fast as if it was trying to get out of my chest. My sweat was very cold and my legs began to shake uncontrollably. The walls began to compress and I began to go into full panic mode, not knowing which way to go. I remember that I had extra batteries in my backpack, and as I was nearly running inside these empty dark spaces, I reached behind me to grab them. My heart stopped. I could not find them. Then I remembered that I had left them back in my truck, thinking that I would only spend a few minutes inside and it wouldn't be necessary to take them with me. The footsteps were getting closer and louder, and they were very close behind me. Out of nowhere, I heard a voice near me say, "Welcome to hell." I screamed and I ran in the pitch darkness and in panic mode I've never felt before in all my years of ghost hunting. As I was running away from whatever was there with me, I suddenly missed my footing and fell down an open shaft. I don't know how far I went, but it seemed like fell for a long time. Everything around me had slowed down. All of a sudden, I felt my body give a huge jolt, and when I opened my eyes, I saw my wife standing next to me holding my hand. I didn't realize that it was all just a dream.